A very warm welcome to the parents who have joined us for this webinar. I would like to request my co-founders, Mr. Santosh, Mr. Dinesh, and Mr. Joshi to join me to welcome the gathering.
Uh, where, I welcome you all on behalf of 21K School. So, just to give you a feedback or just to give you an introduction on this, we started the concept of 21K School to cater to one of the major requirement in today's date, that is homeschooling. And not only that, in India around 4.5 lakh students do homeschooling per year. This concept is not new for the world, but for India this is the first time we are launching an online school, and this school will be catering for the homeschooling students and also for skill development of the 21st century requirement. So we are a group of tech people who wanted the next generation to be ready with the required number of skills. So now today, if you see, this webinar is being hosted from Raipur, Madurai, California and Singapore. So that's the power of technology, and this is the kind of technology we want our students also to be building. So I would ask now Dinesh to continue.
Uh, hey, Santosh. Thanks for the introduction and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining this webinar and taking your time. I hope everyone's safe in this testing times. So the vision behind 21 School is to provide education for everyone from anyone around the world. So when we started out this platform, that was our main goal. The targeted audience for this platform is basically all the children undergoing homeschooling, and that's like quite a large number in India currently. So if you see, I'm currently present in USA. So if you see the standards here, it's for like home education, it's like the Waldorf is one of the education aggregation, and the Thomas Jefferson education is one of the standards. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to offer a platform where you can get an aggregated American-based or European-based education sitting in the house in India. So the targeted audience is, like Santosh said, it's basically for children who are doing homeschooling currently. And at this point, it's kind of like a large audience because of the coronavirus pandemic. And you might ask, how is it going to be replace the physical brick and mortar schools? No, that's not the idea here. This platform is going to be an accessory to the brick and mortar schools. Like, we want to provide a platform where even the schools can take up this platform and like provide a distance education to children who miss out on classes or like are not able to attend classes for like 10 days. So they don't lose any of the topics you covered. We try to provide a personalized education driven by technology. So that is the main idea behind our platform. So in fact, our own company is planning to set up around 12 schools in the next 5 years, which is going to be affordable schools, but technologically driven. And to talk more on like what the technology and how you're going to do this, I'd like to give it out to Joshi to welcome you guys and provide more technological insight on it.
Hello guys, hi, welcome to all. Am I audible? Just want to check it.
You are now unmuted.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Thanks, Dinesh. I think it's one of the important aspects at this point that we're trying to achieve is bringing education to the masses. Like the points that you mentioned by Yashwant, Santosh, and Dinesh, what we're trying to achieve is not to replace schools, but to bring more personalized classroom training-based knowledge to the students. One might ask, how, in terms of an online education, how am I going to give personalized education to each and every student? And that's the beauty of our whole initiative. Our AI-based learning is built into our systems. For instance, if my kid is studying today, every data that is going to talk to my teachers, your fellow classmates, is going to be understood by our system and it's going to be trained. So as and when our more number of students are going to be adopting such a technology, we would be introducing our AI platform in the next 3 to 6 months, where they can ask any number of questions, even if the students have different kind of knowledge, our system can help them, make them understand. So that kind of AI technology is not built in any of the existing platforms that we have, and that is what is making our kind of education as very unique. Second thing that I want to talk about is education is going ubiquitous. You can learn from anywhere. You can in terms of what you can achieve. It doesn't limit to you a particular school. From our teachers, from our AI platform, from our whole product-driven aspect, we are bringing something unique to our students, be it someone from an fifth grade or someone from a 12th grade. So that kind of a learning system is what we are proposing right now.
Thanks, Dinesh. Thanks, Joshi. Thanks, Santosh.
You are now muted.
For the parents, I have a small presentation to make to give an overview of the 21K school, its objectives, goals, and how we are going to conduct the school. So I'll take you through the platforms. 21K school is India's first online school. It's a concept which is quite popular abroad. In fact, USA has more than 20 online schools, and millions of students do study in these online schools. In India, 21K is the first online school. So the questions that we have been receiving from the parents is predominantly, is the homeschooling legal in India? What does the Right to Education Act say about homeschooling? So I would like to clarify that when the Right to Education Act was being passed in the Parliament, Mr. Kapil Sibal, who was the then MHRD minister, had clearly made a statement which is published in the Times of India edition that this act does not restrict homeschooling. Parents are free to choose their mode of schooling at home. The burden is on the state in order to provide out-of-school children schooling option. So it does not restrict the parents to homeschool. In fact, the Right to Education Act also makes provisions to say that every child up to grade 8 can be admitted to any school as per his age. It has to be age appropriate as defined by the Supreme Court of India. And the parents need not submit any academic credentials or transfer certificate at the time of admissions. We absolutely understand that the current practice among the school is to ask for the transfer certificate and mark sheets, and we'll be happy to provide those transfer certificates and mark sheets to the parents who have enrolled with 21K school at the end of the academic year. So why choose 21K for homeschooling? Primarily, I think because the 21K school is a collaboration between the technology-driven company AXA Energy Private Limited and India's education partner Stratagem EduServe Private Limited, which has about 10 plus years of experience in education. Stratagem has worked across India, as you could see in the map. It has established schools, managed institutions in most of the states. It's exactly 19 states in India, and completely understands how the education has to be delivered. So this 21K school platform has been envisaged to be a child-led education, 21st century learning practices, where we focus on the skills of communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. What is not possible in a physical school is the reliance on the data-driven aspect, maintaining transparent quality of education, where the parents can see what is happening inside the school on a real-time basis. Plus, with the homeschooling, which is often regarded as to be an unstructured or the other term that is used as unschooling, with 21K, we want to give a structure to the entire schooling and at the same time make it very personalized to the learning goals or objectives of the student. The benefit that we see with the online schooling is that it saves enormous time for the students. If he saves about 5 hours in a day because of the travel time or because of non-academic core activities that are held inside the school campus, a child can save about 700 days in 16 years of school. That's a lot. And I truly believe that these 700 days could be put to better use to pursue the passion. We already have a large number of students who are enrolling, who want to pursue with the careers in music, arts, dance, sports, coding, travel around, or develop entrepreneurship. For example, the homeschooling students, the past success stories have been enormous. In fact, a few years back, the IIT topper in Delhi region was a homeschooled student. One of the youngest enrollers, or the person who's taken admission with MIT in USA, was at the age of 17, and she was homeschooled as well. So there have been excellent case studies about what the child can actually do with the homeschooling. if you know about the tennis superstars, Venus Williams and her sister, she was also homeschooled. So a lot of sports persons were homeschooled, and they went on to achieve great careers and achievements in their life. The third benefits that we clearly see is that there is less stress and more joy. Of course, I mean, because it's personalized education, there is no rat race. There is less stress in terms of the pressure because of the peers' performance. Not all children are truly the same, just like the five fingers of a hand. And so we make it sure that that the child improves from what he is better than yesterday, rather than trying to measure his growth from the achievements or performance of the other students. Perfectly, we also, because the platform is completely safe and secure, and he's going to work from home, the child will have a perfect safe environment where there's no corporal punishment, there's no bullying, there's no aspect of peer pressure on the child's. The other advantage that we see with the homeschooling like 21K school is that the child gets the benefit of working with one of the best teachers across the country. How does it work for parents? Because there could be a transparent quality, because the parents would be able to see live lectures being conducted by the teachers. The recordings would be available for them to review what is happening in the school on a daily basis. They have access to a health and wellness officer who's a trained and qualified child psychologist. They also get a mobile app, so they are notified about the activities, homework, assignments. The other key advantage that we see is learning is measured. I mean, one of my favorite questions of my experience in education field is to ask a teacher, how do you know that your child is learning or the student is learning from what you're teaching? And with 21K, with the use of the technology and artificial intelligence, it makes it much easier for us to ensure that the learning is measured and it's conducted. The other advantage is, of course, having on-demand PTM, teachers during the working hours, teachers would be available to have an interaction and discuss any concerns which they may have about the schooling and the learning patterns of the child. Networking and greater diversity, because the students in the class of a student would have people joining in from different states, different geography, different cultures, backgrounds, and with the interactive and socializing platform that we would provide, I'm sure that the students would get a lot to socialize and build their network across India and in the future across the world as well. We will also be conducting a lot of parenting workshops and seminars and events for the parents. Some key inputs about the pre-primary and primary. The student-teacher ratio in pre-primary is 10:1. There would always be 2 teachers in a class while the live classes are happening. And in pre-primary, one teacher would be responsible for maximum 10 students per grade. And the primary level, teacher would be responsible for only 20 students. So that's the CBSE allows about 40:1 as a teacher-student ratio. But we are maintaining the student-teacher ratio of 20:1. The students and the teachers would interact through our platform. Right now, the webinar is being hosted on a platform, but it's completely different from what the classes environment would be. But the technology is similar. The cameras, the security features is absolutely same. My colleague would also demonstrate about the technology in a few minutes from now. The recorded videos and LMS would be available for students to view and the parents to check. Sorry. So the other question that we've been hearing is that how will the students learn? I mean, students at nursery would have 60 minutes of classes. KG, kindergarten students would have 90 minutes, and grade 1 to 5 students would have 3 hours of live classes from Monday to Saturday. These screen time is as per the guidelines of World Health Organization. We have also make sure that, apart from the screen time, the students would be engaged with the academic work activities through the learning kit that is delivered at the home. So we don't anticipate additional screen time for the students at home. All students would get the workbooks and textbooks delivered at their home, along with the assessment and assignment patterns. So they don't have to worry about printing or scanning documents at home on LMS. And in case if the child logs in from a different place where he doesn't have access to the physical copy of the books, For grade 1 to 5 students, the student will have access to the digital textbooks and workbooks, so that at that particular moment he could still log in and attend his live classes from any place, anywhere. We have adopted continuous and comprehensive evaluation for the students. We'll be conducting formative unit tests after each unit. Summative term end examinations will be proctored before the teachers and the parents. The informal assessments would be in the form of video interactions with the child throughout the year. So again, there would be a pen and paper test. It would be wrong to say that the entire learning is going to be completely virtual, or the child is going to be engaged only in the online activities, because there will be a lot more besides the online classes. We will be couriering, sending the report cards with due certificates as requested by the parents at the end of the academic year. They would not be digital report cards or work copies, but there will be hard copies of the report cards that will be sent to the residents. What they will learn with the pre-primary, we are following the early years foundation stage program from UK. My colleague and academic head, Mrs. Neha Shah, would take you through the EYFS curriculum. For the primary grade 1 to 5, we are following the National Curriculum 2005, which is the same curriculum that is followed by CBSE board schools as well as the ICSE board schools, and many international board schools have also adopted the framework of Indian National Curriculum Board. This is due to be revised, and any revisions would be implemented immediately on our platform as well. The core subjects are as per the NCF: English, Hindi, Mathematics, EVS or Social Studies, and we'll be using the Oxford University Press books. We have with us Mr. Srihari from Oxford University Press books, who would speak about the curriculum and textbooks in detail. Additionally, the students would learn capstone courses like digital media and arts, music and physical fitness and mindfulness, and the 16 habits of mind. There would be enormous activities for socialization, Saturday activities. With our platform, we will ensure that every week there is a real life achiever who would come and interact with the students and share the experience. Besides, we know that from our enrollments right now, there are a lot of smart kids, and there could be certain students who would be lagging behind in certain concepts or understanding. For them, we would have remedial classes and enrichment classes. And those who excel, we will offer them advanced elective programs like in mathematics, foreign language, regional language, for example, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Marathi. These would be offered. But of course, I mean, once we have 10 students opting for a particular regional language, the particular course would be offered to the students in addition to the core subjects. Besides, we will be expanding our course of electives, and with the senior classes, we're also looking at offering skill-based programs and career readiness programs as well. Regarding the competition and events, it's going to be interesting because there would be inter-class activities between the different sections. We'll be also hosting national and international events. We are looking at collaboration and tie-ups with international schools worldwide. So the students would, right from sitting from their home, they would be compete and work on different events and conferences across the world through the 21K school. How will the teachers teach? I mean, because of course the teachers will not be physically present, but they will walk into the minds of the students through the technology that we have. But the pedagogy that we are using is not textbook driven. It's not rote learning. There is no mugging concepts because the assessments do not encourage those aspects. It's going to be activity based, experiential learning, project based. There would be scaffolding through daily assembly, PTM, circle time, remedial classes, and assignments, which involves higher order thinking skills, which are completely application based rather than looking at definitions, concepts, or repeating what they have just learned from the textbooks. Our platform includes a complete system, which is a learning management system, student information system, live classes, using tools and techniques which are designed for school and students and teachers, assessment engine powered by artificial intelligence, and a learning kit which is delivered at the residence of the house. Recognition and affiliation, obviously this is one of the important questions. I would like to share that any new school that starts, whether it's a physical school or online school, in the first year, they do not get the recognition. I mean, CBSE mandates that you need to start minimum grade 6 to apply for the secondary affiliation. So that is one of the reasons why we have started only till grade 5, because this year we want to complete with the recognition and affiliation aspect of it. And there are options open for us, which includes the CBSE as an innovative school, international boards. NIOS is the third option, which is open for us. We'll be pursuing these options in the order of priority. And the last option that we have is, of course, partnering with partner schools to ensure that the students and the parents get the valid marks cards and transfer certificates at the end of the year. Our future plans is clearly to expand this 21K school to up to grade 12, following the Indian curriculum. Then also offer the international curriculum, where we would focus on the American board and the Finnish curriculum through academic accredited programs in India. It would be easy for those aspiring for US because these programs would be recognized as the 16th year of education. So they wouldn't have to undergo a bridge program when they pursue the graduation in America. We'll also be offering the skills and career readiness programs to go about it. So to conclude, I would say that our goal is to make 16 years of schooling meaningful, productive, and joyful, and a child can pursue their passion as a whole. So let's work together. We would always be available for parents, easily accessible through online platforms. And I'm sure that the students would have a wonderful time schooling at 21K. I would now request my colleague, Mr. Serkan, who's joining us from Istanbul, Turkey, to take you through the live platform about the student or the school operating system, as we call. Mr. Serkan, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And hello, everybody. My name is Serkan, and I will be connecting to you from Istanbul, Turkey today to talk about more about the platform in 20K school that will provide to your students. So right now I'm sharing my screen, as you can see. So while the presentation is happening, I'm pretty sure that you have questions in your mind that how this is going to be looking like when my kid or when my self as a parent log into the platform, and how is it going to look like. So what happens is that when the platform giving you the access, you will receive a username and password, which will lead you to this website, which is the dashboard of our platform. So in this platform, you will have a snapshot of your situation, of your student's situation, of how they're doing. Are there any announcements or notifications has been sent to you, and anything related to that information. When you scroll down from the same platform of the dashboard, you will see the schedule of your classrooms, of what classes my child is going to take, what the calendar ability is built into any kind of meetings or any kind of events are coming up into the weekend or during the weekday. Well, this student information system allows you to have an ability to book a time with your teacher, as well as to set some time with the students and get communications with throughout the platform. So as you can see, when you scroll down, there's a lot of opportunities that the platform allows you to see in a snapshot, where you can see is calling our widgets, the homework widgets. You can see the homeworks that has been assigned to your children, as well as if there's going to be a special event that's going to happen, you can even see the meal list. We have think through all of the details available. If your teacher would like your kid to watch an external link, your children will be able to just click the link and then immediately divert it to that link, and then start interacting with the link that teacher provided. This platform allows us to be used in multiple languages, as well as you can see your unread notifications from a single place. And also, you can see the announcements that the school has shared for you in any upcoming event or any class, or even an attendance that your student has been taken on. Coming up into the left-hand side, where we can open up our modules menu, this will be the place where your kid and where yourself can be open up the virtual classes and any other related issues or any other related modules that you would like to interact with. So for example, let's say that I have a class starting up shortly. I'm going to go to the academic section of things, and then I'm going to click the virtual classes. From here, I can see my course, I can see the teacher, and I can see what time is the class is going to start and what time is it going to end and how long is it going to take. From here, I can see the active courses that I can click and I can join. And if the teacher has completed the class and shared the recording with me, I can click the record and watch the recording of that session. So this is a nice way for your students can come to in a single place where they can see their previous courses, where they can watch them, they can join the active courses, and they can see the details of them. In here, you can use the same infrastructure for parent-teacher meetings, any scholarship meetings if you will have any event meetings, or anything related that will require you to use a webcam and a microphone and a screen sharing during this. So your teachers will have the ability to screen share their screens. They can share a video. They can also send out a poll and a request and to ask a question to your child during the course, and as well as they can have the ability to share and upload a presentation. So from here, what we can show you is that when you open up your module sets, just gonna zoom in here for smaller screens to be able to see in more detail, not just the academic side of things are happening in here, but you can also be able to see your classes, your academic related curriculums, your LMS logins, your attendance, your homeworks, and your schedule. For example, let's see that your school has assigned a homework to your child. From here, you can see the homework shown by the date it is applied to your child. You can click the homework, you can see the teacher's name, and you can see the questions that or the classes that are related to this course. You can click the show homework and see the details of that specific homework. And from here, I can see the published date and I can see the due date if the teacher is assigned a due date. I can download the document or upload the document as a returning of the homework. Once the homework has been returned, the teacher have the ability to grade that homework, and your student will be able to see their grade according to the homework. Also, if the teacher have added objectives, your student can see when I completed this homework, what are the objectives that I am going to be winning according to this homework. In the end of the day, when you're running your report, you will be able to see how your child is progressing, and your school will be able to give you that report and probably interim reports according to their learning management. As we said, you can see your children's schedule, what course is starting at what time and how long is it going to take. And also you can see the details regarding to the gradings, report cards, transcripts, or anything related to that matter of fact. So moving on to the behavior assessment side of things and community projects, your student will have the ability to sit down with their teachers as well as your guidance counselors using this platform. Your guidance counselors can assign them behavior points. Your guidance counselors will have the ability to write up notes to your child, and you will have the ability to see them using a single platform and getting interactions with the school. This goes for the community projects and also as a guidance. So in sometimes your school can send you different forms. So what happens here is that when your school assigned you a form, you will able to see your forms coming up into your dashboard, and as a parent, you can fill out that form or you can fill out that survey and get back to your school. For more about details about how we're going to be implementing this into your school and also implementing into your student's account, stay in touch and you will receive the details the more your students are enrolled into your classes. So I am happy to give the connection back to Yeshwant, and then they will be replying any questions required. Thank you very much for listening to me, and we are looking to welcoming your students into our virtual classes. Have a great day.
Yeah, I would request Mrs. Neha Shah, Head Academics, to speak about the primary curriculum.
Hello and welcome. Thank you, Sankran, for an insightful introduction to the 21K platform. I'm Neha Shah. I will take you through the pre-primary curriculum to let you know a brief into the curriculum that we will be using at 21K school. So welcome everyone. I'm sure you're all excited for a fun learning session to know more about the academic program, of course. So great. Let's just have a quick look at what is expected at a preschool level. Now, the learning system that we have developed with an academic plan is based on some of these important criteria. So we want to provide the optimum learning environment for the students, whereby they can learn and grow beautifully during their course of time enrolled with the 21K school. We want to make sure that the curriculum is based on absolute pedagogy and principles of EYFS foundation stage. The value education is an integrated part of the curriculum, which is by the 16 attributes of habits of mind. This is developed by the 21st century learning by stream, that is science, technology, robotics, engineering, arts and math, all within the use of the technology. Also, the way we teach is the inquiry is generated by the facilitator. And lastly, we have parents as our partners to take care of a holistic learning development for all of our students. So let me take you further to showcase how we're planning on doing this. So first, when I speak about optimum learning environment, since this is a virtual school, the children are working from the comfort of their own home, at their own space and at their own pace. The convenience of resources and environment is absolutely the way the child likes and the way the children are comfortable within their given circumstances. Once again, non-judgmental and hassle-free learning makes it easier for all the children to participate and learn creatively. Next, I'm going to talk about the EYFS principles, which is used for the academic plan. Now, the entire academic plan for the curriculum, we have used the principles of EYFS foundation stage, that is early years foundation stage, to prepare a child with holistic readiness for the uncertain world. We want them to develop best for the 21st century skills of communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. We want to ensure that no child is left behind, and we strongly believe and promote no more rote learning. Children have to know what they know and grow from their knowledge. What is EYFS? Now, very quickly, I'm going to elaborate this. It is a statutory framework that children learning and development right from birth to age 5. Now, EYFS has gained worldwide popularity and acceptance. Why? Because the aim of EYFS is to make sure that all the children get a good start, both socially and academically. EYFS has set benchmark due to the clear goals defined towards the safety and welfare of the children. Most of all, the areas of development that EYFS technically looks into for a holistic development of the child is, in the prime areas, we look at the communication and language development, physical development, most importantly, personal, social, and emotional development. Other than that, the specific areas which make academics hold a huge reign is literacy, numeracy, understanding of the world, which means all of the concepts and themes, and expressive arts and designs. So, alongside the academic, it's always very important for children to have a good value education. This is how we incorporate value education into our curriculum is through 16 Habits of Mind by Arthur Lacosta and Bina Kalik. Now, these habits of mind are an identified set of 16 problem-solving, life-related skills necessary for effectively operate in society and promote strategic reasoning, insightfulness, perseverance, creativity, and craftsmanship. Basically means how to handle yourself within your family, within your circle, and socially. So this becomes an plays an extremely important role, the 16 habits of mind, to build character, personality, values, and habits. The listed here are various kinds of different habits of mind which have been brought down to children's level by short stories, implementing in value-based behaviors, and promoting good habits and good values in their day-to-day life. Next thing I'd like to speak about is stream and technology. We have incorporated stream concepts through the a STREAM curriculum for the real world. What is STREAM? The use of science, technology, robotics, engineering, arts, and mathematics. We have incorporated all of these structures into our curriculum right from the beginning so that the children are well aware and they are not at loss even later when they have these things as their subjects to choose from. Technology, obviously, because right from the beginning, being a virtual school, they are using their own laptops or iPads or any of their HD devices to connect and learn and grow more independently. Next, I'd like to talk about is the 21K facilitator. Yes, it's a facilitator. We don't have teachers, we have facilitators. Who are these facilitators? They are the guide or the discussion leader. These facilitators are trained to pave the way for every learner to maximize their learning engagement and to learn by themselves. They provide guidance, they don't provide direct knowledge to be memorized. The facilitators will generate inquiry, curiosity, and interest in children to learn and grow. These are activity-based learning so that we have concepts are learned thoroughly by conducting activities by the students. So it is a holistic learning approach for the students to do and to learn. Lastly, we believe that parents as our partners for a holistic learning for the child, while the child is attending school for a limited hours, it is going to be a great partnership with our parents so that in our interaction with their family, we want to promote a sense of ownership and belonging by including them in our curriculum and activities along with their children. We recognize and value each of the family and the cultural heritage and their uniqueness. We offer both practical and emotional support to all of the families. We also want to work in partnership with the family and assist parents and in guiding and developing them for their children. So here I hope I have made this journey easier for you to understand that how your children are going to be absolute great in a great learning process with 21K School. So thank you so much for attending. And now I'd like to pass on for the next session with Mr. Srihari from Oxford University Press to brief us about the primary curriculum program. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, going to the fantastic group of people who have joined for the webinar organized by 21K School. And myself, Srihari from Oxford University Press. And so the 21K is going to be inventing this from us. And Oxford Advantage curriculum is the new and innovative curriculum program for primary classes that we have launched from Oxford University Press. And this program focused the complete pedagogy, which is a blended approach with the blend of print and technology, the digital content, and also the cross-disciplinary approach. So all the subjects of the particular grade are connected through common themes, so where the concepts across the subjects will be integrated with each other and cover all types of learners, like the activity-based learners, auditory learners, visual learners. So it caters to all types of learners and focusing on the subject-specific skills and the concepts, conceptual understanding. So we have designed this program, which is Oxford Advantage. So as I said, the theme-based approach is going to help the students to connect the subjects with each other and also to help the students to develop their comprehension skills and application skills. So the concepts that they learn in one subject will be used to understand, will be applied in other subjects to introduce up to get their application skills. So the theme-based approach that we have taken here to connect the subjects with each other. So that's what we call it as theme-based learning or interdisciplinary approach that we have taken. So along with this, we are providing the common themes in all the subjects, in English, in mathematics, in science or social studies or EVS. So there will be common themes so that the concepts will be connected from English, from maths, EVS, and science and social. So along with this, the students will be getting skill-based worksheets and then the digital content where we are providing through the learning management system. This learning management system is going to connect all the stakeholders, the teachers, students, school management, and parent with a common platform where the individual students will be provided with the user ID and password. So they will log in, and the teachers will be provided with user ID and password. Once they log in, they will be able to access their ebooks, the digital content, the activities or the assignments that are given by the teachers. So the students can access those things, and teachers also, while explaining, they can make the online test and assign to the students. Students will complete the assignment and submit it, where teacher can monitor and analyze the performance. Basis on the performance, the remedials can be planned, and similarly the day-to-day reports can be updated from the learning management system. So this platform will give access to the learning resources where the concepts that are given in the books are explained through the animations, interactivities, games. So a lot of different resources are provided here. In fact, teachers also can add their own resources or the lectures or any additional information that they would like to share with the students. So they can share these resources, so which can be accessed by the students at any time. So there is no restriction as such. They have to use it only during this particular time, like this. So the e-books that we are providing, so the same books that we are giving, the same books are available here also on the device. So while explaining or while reading, teachers or students can use these e-books, and also provided with the interactive voiceover as well, where students can listen to the audio and understand the correct pronunciations, the words, the meanings. So that way the subject specific skills and the features are provided in the learning management system here. So this learning management system, for better conceptual understanding, as I said, the videos are provided, interactive exercises, simulations, games are provided, which will engage the students and involve in the learning process actually. So to access these resources by the students can also use the app which is called My Bag, or they can also access from the browser through oxfordadvantage.co.in platform, where students can access learning resources, the digital content, and as I said, any assignments that are given, the tests, regular tests, the formative assessments or summative assessment, the teacher can assign the test where student can answer these tests and submit immediately within the duration and any notification, whenever the teacher assigns a test deadlines, the notification will be received by the student as well as parents. So once they complete it, teacher will get a notification saying that so-and-so student has completed this assignment, and the report will be generated immediately, which can be accessed by the teacher, a student, and the parents as well. So we can see what are the things the student has learned correctly and what are the areas that need to be improved. So immediately the remedials can be planned, looking at the reports, the detailed analysis that is available. So any point of time, if parent wanted to see, even if they're outside also, the login ID and password can be given to the parent as well. So where parent can also see what are the tasks given by the teacher to the students and what are the timelines, so that they can monitor or guide the students to complete within the timelines. So this is the latest and innovative program that is from Oxford University Press, so which is Oxford Advantage, which basically connect all the stakeholders from the teacher, student, parent, and management. So this is what going to be implemented in 21K school for the primary classes for 1 to 5. This is. So thank you, Ashwant, and over to you.
Now I would like to take this opportunity to introduce to you all of our teachers. So here we have a little introduction to our teachers of 21K.
Hello everyone, I am Subhashri Burman. I have completed Masters in Education and Diploma in Pre and Primary Teaching. I have 4 years of teaching experience and I really look forward for the virtual teaching, and I'm glad to be associated with 21K team. Thank you.
Hello, hope everyone is doing great at their place. My name is Deepthi. I am an MBA graduate and a pre-primary teacher. My love to interact with kids and passion of teaching has brought me up 4 years in this platform. I'm looking to a year of learning, fun and adventure through a virtual platform, and I'm very glad to be associated with 21K School. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Khyati Mange. I have teaching experience of 3 years in Mumbai's preschool. I believe teaching is an art and my motive is to utilize all my creative skills and knowledge in the development of the children as well as guiding them to the positive learning environment. I am very excited to take this to the next level, to the virtual world by being an academic facilitator at 21K School.
Hi everyone. I hope all of you are doing very well. I am Madhu Sandhya Das, one of the academic facilitators in 21K School. I have 16 years of work experience and I have finished my International Baccalaureate in Education. I have a passion for teaching, that's why I am here, and my personal philosophy is to empower children with language skills to make the sense of the world around them. One of my core subjects is English. So welcome to 21K School.
Hello everyone, this is Monisha Menon. I'm a science teacher and I have done my MSc in biotechnology and B.Ed in natural science. So my teaching philosophy for science is not to just give content knowledge to the children, but give them space to do hands-on activity wherein they can learn on their own and to develop the skill of questioning that will help the children to understand the concept better. So I'm very happy to be a part of 21K team and I'm looking forward to do my best. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Pooja Sharma. I have done my Bachelor in Education. I have over 10 years of experience in teaching children. I really look forward for the virtual teaching and I'm happy to be a part of 21K School. Thank you.
Hello, I am Miss Henal Shah and I have done my Bachelor's of Science in Early Childhood Care and Education. I am an enthusiastic pre-primary teacher who adores working with young children and I am very pleased to be associated with 21K School.
Everyone, a very warm welcome to 21K. I am Sara. I've been born and brought up in Delhi and have completed my undergraduation in English Honours from LSR-DU. My specialization and my proficiency lie in the English language and the subject. I am currently pursuing my Bachelor's in Education from Department of Education, DU. I'm glad to be associated with 21K and I look forward to a very new online learning experience. Hope to see you all in the future. Thank you so much.
Bonjour everyone, I am Sonam Nanda Agarwal, French language teacher at 21K. French is one of the most widely spoken languages all over the world and I am fortunate to be a part of imparting knowledge for this passionate language. With over 13 years of experience, my aim is to make the sessions fun and interactive so that students also fall in love with this language. With this, I welcome you to 21K.
Hello everybody, my name is Sabha Sheikh and I am a counselor at 21K Schools. I hold a master's degree in counseling psychology. My experience gathers to 6 years in the field in helping people become better versions of themselves. My role branches into helping parents and children manage their stress, anxiety, thought disturbances, issues related to their identity, to name a few. If we are in a session, expect utmost confidentiality and respect within these sessions. I welcome you to the future of learning. I welcome you to 21K Schools.
A very warm welcome to 21K School. I hope all of you are doing really very well. I'm Aishwarya Yadav, a nutritionist. I've been practicing from last 3 years as a nutritionist. The core subject that I'll be teaching to the students is food and nutrition. I'll be teaching them about food and nutrition, the importance of food in our life, so that they'll be able to understand that what is the importance of the food and how we can get the balanced diet. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you all the teachers. These are our beautiful teachers and we keep adding to our team. Now I'd like to showcase a demonstration of a pre-primary classroom teachers, the way they conduct an online session for all of you to know and gauge how well the classes will be conducted. Here we have the demonstration now.
Hello children, how are you? How are you? What do you say today? What do you say today? It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. So clap your hands and stomp your feet. Jump up and down and have a seat. So Khyati teacher, can you tell us what are we going to learn about today?
Today we are going to talk about day and night. But when is daytime and when is nighttime?
When we see the sun shining in the sky, that time it is daytime. But when we don't see the sun shining in the sky, but we see the moon and the stars, it is nighttime.
Okay.
So children, can you look out of the window and tell me, do you see daytime or is it nighttime?
Is it daytime or nighttime? Yes, it is daytime outside. You all saw the sun, no? That's correct. What do you like more, daytime or nighttime? I like daytime because I can have fun with my family, play games with my friends and have lots and lots of fun. What about you, Hinal teacher?
I like nighttime because it is so quiet and calm so that I can read my books and have a good night's sleep.
What about you? What do you like?
Can you tell us? We are listening.
That's
very well. Some of you like daytime, some of you like nighttime. Very good.
I wonder what happens to the sun throughout the day.
The sun rises in the east in the morning and slowly it moves towards the west and it sets down in the evening.
Okay, now I know. Let's see how do we get day and night. Let's assume this globe is Earth and this lamp is the sun. Where the light falls is the daytime. And where there is dark on the other side, it's nighttime. When the earth rotates around the sun, the day changes to night and night changes to the day.
Now that you know the earth spins, it gets light from the sun in all the paths, one after the other. And while the other parts where there is no light, it gets dark and it is night there.
Look at this map. India and USA are on the opposite side of the globe. When the earth rotates, it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. That's why when there is day in India, it's night in USA. And when there is day in USA, it's night in India.
Wow! We learned so many things about the day and night and the sun and the earth. I had so much fun. Did you all have some fun? Wow, I'm happy you also had some fun. Now, let's do a fun activity at home. Are you all ready? Now, we'll see Khyati teacher teaching you how to do that fun activity. So, let's start.
To try this activity at home, you need a ball and a torch. Let's assume this ball is Earth and this torch is Sun. Let's rotate Earth around the Sun and see where the light is falling, it's day, and where it's dark, it's night.
Wow, that was a good experiment. Definitely try that out at home because it's so easy. and we will see you soon. Thank you for joining us today. Bye.
So now, this is a similar kind of engagement that the children are involved in. Please have a look at the science germination lesson for grade 4.
Morning students, I am Monisha and I'm your science teacher. I know science is one of your favorite subjects, right? And it's my favorite too because there is a lot to experiment, lot to explore. So let's go together and explore the world around us. Are you all ready? Come on, ta-da! Look what I have for you today. Yes, it's a beautiful tiny plant. I got it from my garden. Yes, so today morning I was watering this plant and I was just looking around in my garden and I was wondering how actually a baby plant grows from a small seed. Isn't it wonderful? I'm sure you would have wondered the same. So do you want to know what actually happens and how it all takes place? Let us go and explore. How do plants grow? Yeah, you can say that a plant grows like a baby who grows to an adult when proper food, nutrition and care is given. Similarly, plants also need our care, love and attention, right? Now let us see. What is germination? Have you heard of it? So germination is nothing but it is a process where the seed will get converted into a mother plant. And how this happens? When the seed will get proper condition. So when we sow the seed in soil.
Since we are running out of time, we had to cut down on the videos for the demo classes for pre-primary and primary. But I can assure you that the teachers are well trained, qualified, experienced to conduct an engaging sessions online, and they would be able to certainly engage the students and do the needful as per the presentation earlier. Based on our registrations earlier, we had a couple of questions. I would quickly take 2 or 3 of them because of the lack of time. The first question that was asked was about the sports and how are we going to conduct the sports. No, certainly no. We are not going to conduct sports as in cricket, football. We are looking at physical fitness, both and mindfulness through yoga, mindfulness exercises, meditation, and so on, which our facilitators would train the students to do those activities at home and have a proper balance of health as well as the mind and body. We also had a question about the fee structure, where a lot of parents have said that since the session is starting a little late in the month of July and we're charging the fees for 12 months, I'm happy to announce that what we've decided is that the fees would be charged only for 11 months, not for 12 months. And as such, I mean, we'll be absolutely transparent with the fee structure that is being charged. The other question that came in was about siblings. If there are two students from the same parents, would they be eligible for any sibling discount, which is a practice in most of the physical schools? Yes, beyond and above what is being offered at the fee structure, the siblings, the second and the third child would be eligible for a 10% rebate on the fee structure as per the payment schedule which has been set. So there's a question for Mr. Rajesh who's asking about how are we going to make the class interactive. The interactive would come through the engagement of the students, as there are a limited number of students in the class, and there would be 2 teachers who would be interacting both through the visual communication as well as through the chat box that will be enabled for the students when they actually interact. I mean, on a webinar platform, of course, the public chat is not enabled, but in the classroom environment, there would be an enabling of the chat sessions. And during the competitions, activities, during the break time, the students would be able to see the other students very comfortably. They're going to have the chit chat. They're going to interact with the students. There would be absolutely no problem with those kind of things. So there's a question from Mr. Nitin Nair. Can we shift from afternoon batch to morning batch? Yes, absolutely. You could shift. I mean, but the shifting is allowed only once in a month and 3 times in a year. The reason being because once the batch shifts, the class teacher, the academic plans, the data, everything has to be migrated to that particular batch. So the frequent shifting of the students would not be permissible or possible. But certainly the parents are free to shift the batch from morning to evening once in a month and maximum 3 times in a year. Mr. Darshan has asked a question about what are the activities apart from regular school activities for pre-primary students like music, craft, art. Would you like to know more on what activities are involved? The activities that will be involved would include all these things. The workbooks are completely activity-based because we follow the EYFS curriculum. There is a set of 5 workbooks that would be sent for nursery and 8 books for kindergarten 1 or the lower kindergarten. And upper kindergarten students would have 9 set of workbooks, and these are completely activity-based. We also have the phonetics program built in at kindergarten level and the Hindi language program. Of course, some of the craft and activities would require the parents to arrange for the stationery the way they would do it in a traditional school. But we will not be using any specialized aids or requesting parents to buy and invest in complex or expensive items for them to do this kind of an activities at home. There'll be simple contextual learning and activities that would have. Mr. Anand Swaminathan has asked a question. If a student has missed the session, can they access the session recording later? Absolutely. Our system would take maximum about 30 to 40 minutes to transcode and make the recorded session available for the parents. Once you log in, you will be able to see the recorded session, and not only that day's session, but including the past session. So in case if you want to have a recap of a session that was held last month or last week, you would be able to do so. So because of a network issue, or because if you're traveling, or because of any family functions, if you're not able to attend the live classes, you can certainly get access to the recorded sessions as well. There should not be any problem. In fact, we are going ahead than this. Based on the recorded session, if the student still has any doubts or clarifications, he can always set up a one-to-one interaction with the teachers and clarify those doubts, which is outside the 3 hours of live classes that would be had. There's a question on what would there be extracurricular activities comprise of. Start of sessions will be from 6th of July or later. In fact, we are starting with the session on 4th July with the Parents Orientation Program. The Parents Orientation Program would be a more detailed hands-on experience of getting used to the platform, login with the LMS for primary students for grade 1 to 5 and the school learning system for pre-primary students, download and setup of user ID, passwords, introduction about the teachers, the entire team that is there. From 6th, we'll be starting with the academic session, but initially 1 week, it will be more about ice-breaking session with the students because we would want to establish emotional connect, bond, albeit it's online, but still, our teachers are capable of extending and having that relationship with the child with the online, where I'm sure that the students would look forward to for the online sessions as well. So absolutely, there should not be a issue with the conduct of the online classes. Certain other questions that came in about was the screen time. I can assure you that the screen time is in line with the standards up to grade 1 to 5. That's only 3 hours, and efforts is to make sure that beyond this 3 hours, the students don't have to engage with any other platforms, whether it's YouTube or mobile apps and other things. The activities, lessons, the textbooks would ensure that they occupy throughout the day. Especially with the project-based learning. We did not get an opportunity to explain in detail, but the students would be able to see that the project-based learning, there are very few schools in India which offers a proper project-based learning, and our teachers will be trained by international experts in this particular area. Mr. Avinash has asked, for preschool, will there be a break in between classes? As 1.5 hours, will there be any extra classes on Saturday if required? Oh, absolutely. The program is structured in such a way that though the timetable is for 3 hours, but every 30 minutes there are certain activities which our counselors have advised, which our physical and nutrition experts have advised us. For example, there are tools and techniques like the child should not be, staring at the screen. He should look at blinking the eyes quite often. There would be certain fun activities where they will be asked to stand up, roll around, and sit down and occupy. There will be a water time break. There will be a free chat time between the students. So the objective is to replicate whatever engagement that happens in a physical school, So all those options would be there. Of course, there is much more than what we are saying, like having the assembly time, having the PTM interactions, data analytics report. But more than that, I think the students' interaction and bonding is also an important aspect. We're also looking at making parents aware about the socialization aspects. There will be wonderful activities, sessions that would be made available to the parents through the app and platform. And once there will be very simple activities. For example, when you visit a restaurant with your child for dinner, there are certain things that a parent can do to ensure that that particular social experience is actually a learning experience for the child, especially at the pre-primary and primary level. So there will be fantastic activities for the students to socialize. From the students from different age group, which is normally restricted in a physical school, because the child interacts more only with the students of the same age or peer group. But with the online schools and with the kind of time that he will have, he could be engaging with a vast number of activities and sessions with the students and people from different age groups, the society, the neighborhood, the colony, and different aspects would be there. So thank you so much. My apologies for overshooting the session by about 12 minutes. But I would like to request Mr. Santosh to give a word of thanks and make concluding remarks.
Thank you, Ashwant. So before concluding, I think the most important part of the session has not been spoken. That is our proprietary AI, which we are building in this platform. And to start with, the AI will learn with whatever is happening, the interactions which is happening between teachers and kids, and it will become part of a kid. Like the AI also, it's running on a machine learning algorithm, and over a period of time, it will become an assistant teacher to the kid, which will be assisting teachers also in order to give them lesson plan, in order to guide them on the curriculum, in order to be a good friend, a virtual friend who can be interacted like we are talking to each other. The AI will be talking to the kids. And this is what we are building as a proprietary algorithm, and it will actually learn over a period of time, and we are going to phase-wise, we are going to implement these technologies. And through our AI technology, we are trying to achieve some very, very important questions, like we are trying to solve the most important problems right now in the schooling. One is the skill. Right now, if you see in next 10 years, we don't know whether the same kind of jobs will be existing for the schools. So we will make sure that your kid starts learning coding from the age of 6 or 7. And we have built our AI in order to teach every kid coding, algorithms, languages, and different, and even learning about AI. And by the class, when they reach about 8th or 9th, they will be able to code in Java. This is what we are building. And this skill development and career development programs are free for all our students. And it is also available for other students who are not able to join our 21K school. And also this platform we are building not only for 21K and in future we will be extending this platform as an additional to the existing brick and mortar schools who would like to have an career development and skill based programs as our school. So this is what we are actually building in. And to have a concluding remark, we are also solving on major issue which every parents and every school are facing, that is the cyber security of a kid. Like our AI will be able to analyze the talks, analyze the feelings, analyze everything, and it will be able to find out whether the kid is being bullied, whether the kid is having depression, or whether a kid is is suffering from some kind of mental or physical kind of a trauma. So this is actually analyzed, it is actually sensed, and it is being informed to parents that something is wrong with your kid, please be with the kid. So this is the level of technology we are bringing in. We are going to phase-wise, we are going to roll out this technology in 21K, and 21K will be the pioneer in rolling out these technologies in India. Thanks to Dinesh and Joshi, who are based out of California and Singapore, and their team who are going to build this technology and going to integrate with the 21K. So if you have any kind of questions or anything, we are open to answer to it. And we are here to support you. We are here to take your kids to the next future generation. Like your kids will be ready for the works. Like as I said, 95% of the job which we are having in 2020 won't exist in 2030. You can take it from me, and we are going to prepare your kid for that 2030. So this is our vision. This is our motto. This is why we are here as 21K. Now, Yashwant, you can just wrap up the session.
Thank you, everyone. My team would be available for any follow-up questions and discussions on this. And if there's anything else, absolutely, you are free to get in touch with us. Thanks. Right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. It was lovely to have you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.